My name is Matthew Kaminsky. I'm with Everdry Waterproofing in Michiana, and today we're here to discuss trusted advice on basement waterproofing. The difference between waterproofing and water management is that waterproofing actually ensures that water doesn't enter your home, whereas water management allows the water to enter your foundation and then it's effectively pumped out of your home rather than prevented from entering in the first place. Calling water management, which is typically an interior system, waterproofing is at best a misnomer. What I have with me here is a copy of the International Residential Code. The most important thing to note is that in Chapter 4, which covers foundations, nowhere in the foundation waterproofing and damp-proofing portion of this book are drainage systems such as interior drains mentioned. All that is covered are exterior waterproofing solutions. Interior systems have a time and a place where they are necessary and relevant, and I would argue that most basements do need an interior system. The early warning signs of basement moisture problems, if your basement's unfinished, is going to be dark spots on your foundation wall, musty smells, white powder known as efflorescence, potentially peeling paint, and in some cases, even mold. It's super important to note that by the time you're seeing interior signs of moisture, it's highly likely that the exterior of your foundation has been degrading for multiple years. What homeowners can do to help prevent basement moisture issues are three primary things. 1, grading. 2, extending downspouts. And 3, checking the integrity of their exterior waterproofing solution. By the time you're seeing water on the interior, it's really important to note that regrading and extending your downspouts isn't going to magically fix your concrete. Concrete does not heal itself. These are explicitly prevention tactics that can ensure the exterior of your foundation does not degrade rapidly over time, especially when the damp proofing goes away. Something that's really important to note here is that the International Residential Code only necessitates damp proofing for the exterior of a foundation. We've found that damp proofing typically lasts 10 to 12 years. So by year 15 or year 20 of your house being built, it's highly likely that that damp proofing has degraded to the point that your foundation wall is completely bare and exposed to the harsh conditions outside, especially in the winter. There are a lot of things that a homeowner should consider when choosing a waterproofing company. I think the most important one is going to be its warranty, which we're going to be discussing in the next section. Another thing that's really important is that a company be locally owned and operated. I don't know about you, but as a consumer, I want to ensure that the warranty I'm getting, especially if it's a lifetime transferable warranty, is going to be honored in 30 years. Now, this is one of the most important considerations for selecting your basement waterproofing provider, and I promise you I'm not being paid to say this. As a consumer, I focus on BBB reviews and BBB complaints. BBB reviews are the most defensible form of reviews in the market. Google reviews can very easily be faked, but all BBB reviews go through a manual moderation to ensure that they are legitimate before being posted. Also, it's really important you take a look at how does a company deal with conflict. If you run into an issue and you decide to file a BBB complaint, how does the company respond to it? Maybe a company learns from its mistake, but if you see a demonstrated history of the same problem arising again, you need to think to yourself, is that something I'm willing to deal with, and how will they react if this happens to me? There are a few things that homeowners should really take into consideration when evaluating warranties for waterproofing versus water management systems. And the number one thing is going to be area serviced. A company cannot legally warranty a part of your home that they haven't worked on. So if you're going to be getting a water management system that only involves an area of the floor being serviced, your walls are not going to be warranted. So when you call and you have a tremendous issue with your wall, it is not going to be that company's problem because you signed up for that limited warranty based on the system that was installed. It's extremely important to consider that the warranty is only as good as the company, and the company is only as good as the holding company that actually owns the underlying shares of the company. What I encourage you to do when you are evaluating waterproofing contractors is to ensure that the warranty covers both the wall and the floor. You are looking to get your basement protected, not 3 feet from the wall to your floor. You want the entire floor and all of the walls protected by this warranty. Now, for my favorite part of our segment, I'd like to discuss what you don't want to see in a warranty. I'm going to read through a couple of real warranties that some companies offer. This is the warranty for the primary and complete solution offered by this company. Due to our products installed in a partial configuration, the partial warranty does not cover leakage and seepage. You're watching this video because you're interested in getting your basement waterproofed. If your objective is to ensure your basement is waterproofed, because that's probably the word you initially searched up, waterproofing, not water management, wouldn't you want the entirety of your basement to be waterproofed? And if so, if your basement was going to be waterproofed, why would a contractor ensure that leakage and seepage is not covered in their warranty? Now this one's my absolute favorite. This warranty does not cover water entering your home through surface runoff and flooding. Floods happen in our service area. You want to ensure that your basement is protected from these floods. What this is saying is your basement will not be protected from floods. I think that's the most compelling reason to get your basement waterproofed, to ensure your basement does not become flooded.